Star Trek confirms one of its original alien species is now officially extinct. Few franchises carry their history as proudly as Star Trek, the original series. Since its debut in 1966, the universe created by Gene Roddenberry has introduced dozens of alien civilizations, some noble, some terrifying, and some simply mysterious. Over the decades, many of these species have returned in new shows, evolving alongside the ever-expanding timeline of the franchise. But sometimes, the future of Star Trek includes loss as well as exploration. And now, canon has quietly confirmed something heartbreaking. One of the franchise's earliest alien species is officially extinct. The revelation comes through modern Star Trek storytelling, tying together threads that began nearly 6 decades ago and showing how the passage of time affects even the galaxy's most ancient civilizations. The Metrons. Powerful beings from Star Trek's earliest days. The species in question is the Metron, first introduced in the iconic Star Trek, the original series episode Arena. In that story, Captain James T. Kirk pursues the reptilian Gorn after an attack on a Federation outpost. Just as the conflict escalates into a full-scale battle, an incredibly advanced alien race intervenes. The Metrons. Rather than allowing the war to continue, the Metrons transport Kirk and the Gorn captain to a rocky world and force them into single combat. Their reasoning is simple but chilling. Whichever captain wins will determine the fate of both crews. The Metrons demonstrate immense power. They effortlessly immobilize starships, teleport entire crews across space, and manipulate environments with ease. Their glowing, almost ethereal appearance suggests they have evolved far beyond physical limitations. At the end of the episode, Kirk refuses to kill his defeated opponent, demonstrating compassion rather than brutality. Impressed by humanity's moral growth, the Metrons declare that the Federation may one day become worthy of their level of advancement. Then they disappear from the story. For decades, the Metrons remain one of Star Trek's most mysterious species. A long silence across the franchise. Despite their incredible power, the Metrons rarely appeared again in canonical Star Trek. Shows like Star Trek, The Next Generation, Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, and Star Trek Voyager introduced many godlike or highly advanced beings, from the Q continuum to the prophets, but the Metrons themselves never returned to play a major role. That absence turned them into something of a legend within the fandom. They represented the idea that the galaxy contained civilizations so ancient and powerful that the Federation might not encounter them again for centuries. Their disappearance felt mysterious, but not necessarily tragic. Until recently. The canon revelation. The Metrons are gone. Modern Star Trek storytelling has begun exploring the far future of the franchise timeline. One of the shows pushing the story further than ever before is Star Trek Discovery, which eventually jumped nearly 1,000 years ahead to the 32nd century. Within this distant era, references to once powerful alien civilizations appear throughout the lore. Among them is a subtle but shocking confirmation. The Metrons no longer exist. While the show doesn't stage a dramatic on-screen extinction event, dialogue and world building imply that the species vanished long ago. In other words, the nearly godlike beings who once judged Captain Kirk have disappeared entirely from the galaxy. For a race that seemed almost immortal, the idea of extinction is staggering. Yet it perfectly fits the deeper themes of Star Trek. Even the most powerful civilizations can fade. Star Trek has always been fascinated with the rise and fall of civilizations. From the ancient Iconians to the mysterious Khan Empire, the franchise repeatedly reminds viewers that no culture lasts forever. The extinction of the Metrons reinforces that idea in a particularly poignant way. These were beings capable of manipulating space, teleporting starships, and judging entire species with effortless authority. Yet even they were not immune to the passage of time. Something happened across the centuries, whether it was internal collapse, cosmic catastrophe, or a transformation into another form of existence.